this goes. Now,
it
it has been like a month or something, so we are going to talk about this, okay? So, first of all, this is intended to cover situations where a party of adventurers encounters a party of people or beasts. Well, parties of one, so let's see how this works.
Beast works.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned. Okay, so we do not have the element of surprise. It is possible, okay, and so both of them are at range. Now we've talked about range before. The close range is in physical contact. Mm-hmm. You're literally touching. Mm-hmm. Short is at sword distance, 1 to 1.5 meters. Well, actually, pole arms to 1 to 5 meters. So medium is more like pistol range, 8 meters away, and a little ways out from there. That's all that's relevant here. Now we are going to use these range bands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there. So that's 13 bands. And so they're placed in bands separated according to the encounter distance. Close and short range are less than a complete range band in size. So we are going to take the two of you. We should have markers like on a bigger thing. Mm-hmm. We might even use this, but I might have to flip pages. And so the reason for this is basically your movement is in range mm-hmm. bands, like if you want to get out of range and closer range and things like that. And so right now the two of you are at short range. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but at the far end of short range, like maybe 5 meters away. Now this is right here in the lobby. The clerk, now aware of all this, you know, it starts to object.
Objecting as
right.
well, I guess.
Except that Sufan holds up his card.
He's got a card.
His card says he's authorized for calling duels. And with some reluctance, the hotel staff starts clearing out the little coffee tables and sofas.
Such an interesting setting.
Yeah.
All this.
See the good side. We are not going to shoot at anybody by mistake. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You should thank me.
Mm-hmm. It's true. He was willing, actually. As far as he's concerned, any spectator or duel is just taking their chances, right? So.
This overlapping of cultures is great.
Yeah. So here we go. Here are your choices. Before each combat round, each character must state his movement status. Evade. You can't. You will actually get an advantage, a -1 on the defense modifier. I mean, a modifier in your advantage. And then close range, you can evade, you can close, you can open range, or you can just stay at current range. And then, so for you right now, you're not actually in range for that hand-to-hand. You're at close, about 5 meters away. And then all movement is performed simultaneously, and we put everybody where they go. And then, that's what we're doing. Okay, then a series of attacks made by dice rolls, combat rounds. Okay, the way this works is that we play through the whole round, and then we apply all the damage all at once at the end. Okay. So a little different from what we're used to. So that's why I'm going a little slowly here. The 8+ is the target, 8 or higher. with a whole bunch of applicable die modifiers.
Of course.
Yes.
The penalties.
Yes. And if we look at brawling, well, let's see. I think we'll find that here. There's a cool table. All cumulative being added together apply to the basic throw. Yeah. Roll 2 dice, modify right. Then we will look at the wound column on the range matrix. Wounding and death. The wound column indicates the amount of damage which has been inflicted on the target, the type of weapon used. That's where it comes from. And then we'll deal with wounds. The wound business is here. Strength. Dependent, okay. Got to get to that weapons table because that is just everything, apparently. I remember reading this before. There. Weapons table. So, hands. Required strength level 6. And if you're below that, yeah. And if you're -2, if you're below it, and if you're above.
Mike is a 7.
Right, if you got it, okay.
I'm
you got a 7, but you're going to use your thing.
Yes.
And if you use your thing, then you're going to have the advantageous strength, which is going to be a +1. Okay. And so, now. Right, and then if you're weakened, then it's a -2. Weakened is an effective. Being too weak with something. Required strength. Okay. Required strength level. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Something.
Yes. The character great strength equal to or greater than the average strength, eligible for that. Right. So, dexterity. The accuracy of shots is dependent on the dexterity of the character. So you've got a +1 because of your advantageous strength. Well, first of all. Second, and you're going to have to spend the psionic points and stuff for that.
Yep.
Okay. In a manner similar to the effect of strength. Okay. Weapons table. What's your dexterity?
6.
Okay. And I think, here we are. No, that's all for firearms. So don't worry about that. This is all strength, which is good for you.
Yes.
Right.
I really want you to kick his douche's back.
Let's try to use a dagger or something.
Right. Okay, we've got the rest is all special and stuff. Attacking. The level of expertise in a specific weapon is used as a positive on the basic throw to hit. And you don't have any brawling, right?
I have 0.
0, right. So you'll have a +1 due to the strength.
Yeah.
It's only 0. It's not a brawler. Right? The blade, yes. Brawl is just basic. So, well, actually, you know what he did? He was pretty handy with that. I think he's worth a 1.
But it's not in the custom to fight with the hands. You just said it.
That's true. 0. Okay.
Yes.
Arrogant bastard.
So that means now if he had a level, then that would subtract from your target number.
Okay.
For brawling and blades, their ability actually decreases yours because we figure we're clashing.
Yeah.
With pistols and stuff, that's not the case. So that's why I had to check that. Now, okay. I think it is now the sequence of combat that should concern us. Range, movement, combat resolution. Okay. Series of attacks represented by dice throws made by the combatants. We all wounding and death, right? Seems somebody explained to me a while ago how the ordering works, and it's not entirely certain. I thought I knew it, but it's been a while. Okay, during each combat round, each combatant selects a member of the opposing party. First of all, as far as movement is concerned, are you going to close the distance? Okay. And so then, let's select, then each combatant makes a basic throw to hit and to determine, right. So everybody is going to get a chance.
Wait.
Everyone is going to get a chance. We are resolving the round, and everybody gets a chance to get in the round.
Okay, sure.
And then we find out all the damage that gets done.
Okay.
So that means we both get to roll. I don't even think it matters which order we do it in.
Okay.
So
there is no
read the
defense
structure.
and attack rolls.
Well, that's already factored in. Remember, if he had a defense that if he had a brawling number, it would be
Okay,
roll.
Okay.
Right. So it's all attack rolls. The defense is a modifier.
Okay.
So I'll do mine and you'll do yours.
Sure.
So go ahead and roll.
I have +1.
So I guess it's more fun if I. Ooh. Ah, look at that. Okay, so the brawl of 0 will hit with an 8, and you're going to hit
with a 9.
With a 9, okay. And your strength, all of a sudden, it's suddenly apparent, right? That you have hit a lot harder than someone of your physique should do, right? So now let's take a look and see what sort of damage we do.
He's stronger than
this.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Once dated.
I've always noticed Nathan just really loves stealing damage in role-playing.
I was just lucky. I'm trying to salvage the situation I put myself in.
There you go. Okay, so there is. What do you have? I don't think you have any sort of like armor, correct?
We never discussed about that, so I guess no.
Just ordinary clothes, I think.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're going to have it says weapons matrix for nothing is +1, and is that? I think that actually is a modifier to. Yes, that's a modifier as well. So both of you got another plus because neither of you is armored.
Okay.
So then hands close +2. Oh God, there's a whole bunch we didn't take into account. +2. The range matrix, hands at close gets a +2.
Okay.
So you hardly ever just roll a flat number. You're getting tons of pluses. Basically, they like you to hit people.
That sounds like.
Yeah. Apparently, when you get right in there, it's pretty easy to hit someone.
Okay.
So then combat procedure. Okay. So action, a series of combat throws. Status. Okay. Attack target. But
so what effect did your superior strength have?
Okay. Well,
increases my strength.
Yeah. Well, that gave him the plus.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then the wound inflicted is 1 die, and I'm trying to find the impact here. First wound points are applied to your strength, dexterity, and endurance on a temporary basis. Each of the 2 dice rolled and result of 2. Right. Okay. So we're only rolling a single die, so it will only affect a single characteristic.
Okay.
If you take 2 dice,
okay,
it means that the results are applied to 2 different characteristics. So, and so, yeah, when 1 is reduced to 0 by wounds, the character is rendered unconscious. When 2 have been reduced to 0, the character has been seriously wounded. When all 3 have been reduced to 0, the character is dead.
Okay.
So that's why 1, 2, or 3 dice are the standards for damage.
Okay.
So this way, you at least could trade off across them as you take more hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the player decides which character to.
Let's take a look. It'll say the first determined randomly.
Oh,
That's interesting. You can't really trade them off entirely. So first of all, before 1, 2, or 3 will be 1 or 2 is strength.
Yeah.
3 or 4 is dexterity. 5 or 6 is endurance.
Okay.
So that's coming off your endurance.
Yeah.
That's coming off his strength.
Okay.
Okay. So now we roll how much? Or wait. Yeah, that's the randomization. Now is the damage. They can't be the same. Oh wow. Okay. So 4 off your endurance.
Plus bonuses.
Bonuses for. You know what? This is where the bonus comes in. That's where the bonus comes in.
But it's in
On that
attack
plus
or in
2.
the damages?
That's the point. I'm looking here. The range matrix says wound points are applied to the target, right? The wound column indicates the amount of damage which has been inflicted on the target and type of weapon used. Oh, okay. No, I was a little wrong about that, about the number of dice. But since it's only one die, it's no big deal.
Okay.
And
that sounded interesting.
Yeah. It wasn't quite the way I said, but I didn't do anything wrong. All right. The first wound is applied to one of the 3 physical characteristics determined randomly. That's for armor and that's for range. This has got to be for the roll to hit.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's for the roll to hit. So my 5 is coming in on you, right? For your endurance.
Yes, I guess.
And you're going to hit my strength.
4. Yeah.
4.
Would that affect his strength as a skill?
Yes, it does.
But okay.
So that's the point. Your endurance has been dropped down.
3. Yes.
And but that's not affecting your ability, whereas his does. All of a sudden, he's too weak.
To actually fight?
Well, let's find out. He's got to go to the sword, or rather to hands, and he needs required strength level of 6 that he's just been knocked down. Okay, so he's actually been knocked down by a lot. So now that means that he's going to have a -2.